As Carson Wentz dove for the end zone, his knee pinned between two Rams defenders, the course of the NFL playoffs shifted abruptly. Nick Foles finished off a narrow victory in Los Angeles, and the Eagles still clinched the NFC East. Even without the league's likely MVP, Philadelphia is likely to retain the first-round bye, and possibly even home field advantage, thanks to 11 Wentz wins and a manageable schedule. But beyond that, the NFC playoff picture has now become an abject mess. At least 7 teams look capable of a Super Bowl run, and only 6 will even make the field. The 3 remaining weeks of the NFL season are shaping up to be the most chaotic in recent history. To understand the uncertain road ahead, let's first consider this mind-bending sequence from the previous 13 weeks, a circle completed with that Eagles win over the Rams. 2 weeks prior, the Rams beat the Saints. Before that, the Saints beat the Lions, who, at 76, are still alive. The Lions beat the Vikings, who beat the Falcons. The Falcons beat the Seahawks, who beat the Eagles, who, on Sunday, beat the Rams. Throw in the Panthers, who beat the Vikings and the Falcons, but lost twice to the Saints, and, wait, where am I again? My head is spinning. Then, here comes the curveball. Aaron Rodgers, the most talented quarterback on the planet, is eligible to return with the Packers still lingering at 76, and, well, do I need to remind you of last season? Green Bay needed 6 straight to run the table in 2016. This season, they need 3. Some kind of insane run feels disturbingly predestined. Still, on paper, it's unlikely. But again, Rodgers, the Packers would need to win out. This is inevitable. Isn't from there, the most likely scenario: the Rams win the NFC West, and either the Panthers fall out of the playoffs or the Falcons lose 2 of their next 3. It's happening, right then, with Rodgers in tow. Green Bay could be the most frightening 6th seed in NFC history. I need a drink. But before we get too far down that Rodgers-related rabbit hole, a division is at stake this week in Seattle. The Rams and Seahawks will face off in their most consequential matchup in years, and a victory, with only the Titans and 49ers remaining, would all but wrap up Sean McVay's amazing turnaround with a divisional. But if Seattle wins, the 2 teams would be tied at 95, with the Seahawks holding the head-to-head tiebreaker. From there, if the Seahawks beat the Cowboys, with Ezekiel Elliott off suspension, plus the Cardinals, they win the West. Needless to say, if the Rams lose this week, they'll become the league's biggest Elliott fans. It would take a serious collapse for the Rams to fall out of the playoffs, but it's not impossible. The Seahawks and Titans are both vying for postseason spots, and with losses to both on the road, the Rams would find themselves at 106. Among other teams who might be looking for that final playoff spot, they've faced only the Cowboys and Saints. The next tiebreaker is conference record, and a loss to the Seahawks would put them at an unfortunate 65. The Panthers are the only other team likely to fall near that mark. That's a disaster scenario, of course. Like most NFC postseason scenarios, it truly comes down to the 3-week playoff gauntlet that is the NFC South. The Saints, Panthers, and Falcons currently sit at 94, 94, and 85, respectively. If the season ended today, they would all be in. But the remaining schedule suggests only 2 of 3 will probably make it, though. All 3 are potential Super Bowl contenders. The Saints have the easiest schedule. The Falcons have the tiebreakers, but are 1 game behind. The Panthers, well, who knows what to expect from them. The one thing we can expect: things are about to get weird. As for the AFC, the playoff race is already weird. But not in a good way. Some bad teams are still afloat. Cough, Buffalo, cough. But the picture should get a lot more clear this Saturday night in Kansas City, where the Chiefs, who won their first 5 games, will face the Chargers, who lost their first 4 but have won 7 since. A spot in the AFC West driver's seat is on the line. No team in the AFC is hotter than the Chargers. No team has fallen off a more steep cliff than the Chiefs. It's a crucial game for LA's other resurgent team, who no one, not even the presumptive top seeds, New England and Pittsburgh, want to see in the playoffs. Without a win this weekend, though, it's going to be a serious slog to get there. Chances of a wildcard bid are dicey. The Bills, at 76, are likely to fade. But the Ravens, also at 76, have a remaining schedule with a combined record of 831, and the Titans, 1 game ahead at 85, hold the conference win-loss tiebreaker. Simply put, it's probably division or bust for the Chargers. But stranger things, like the Chargers coming back from an 0-4 deficit, have happened. And judging by what the playoff picture looks like 3 weeks out, it's probably wise to expect things to stay strange from here.